leaving town. Old Mother Goose-Lee walked with her children, Charlotte and Susie, since they could walk on the little mountain path off and on. She did it often with her husband, Papa Goose-Lee, for the 34 years, the whole time they made their home there. They walked on the little mountain path. Day, morning, afternoon, evening, crescent moon, blood moon. The bulletin board at the entrance of the path said, "No passage after sunset. No passage before sunrise." Mother Goose-Lee said, "Who is watching us?" One morning, Mother Goose-Lee walked with her young daughter, Susie. It was the day after Susie's graduation night party. Mother Goose-Lee thought she was sad after her elder daughter, Charlotte, graduated. It was 10 years ago. Charlotte left for the north almost 30 years ago. Susie went to the east about 20 years ago. It was only Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee now. Mother Goose-Lee could not let her daughters go. Mother Goose-Lee said, "I can't let go. I can't let go." A person can't let go of the people she loves. Loving one's children. Children love their parents, but in different ways. Only through understanding people can love. After 34 years of walking through the path, Mother Goose-Lee said, "Natural disaster. Papa Goose-Lee got sick. Local doctor said to cut a piece of his chest, then he would be able to fly." Papa Goose-Lee said to Mother Goose-Lee, "I'm sick. Let's seek help from the land of magic medicine." Fine. Mother Goose-Lee walked on the mountain path to clear her mind. She walked past the entrance to the mountain path. She saw Papa Goose-Lee walking toward her, panting. The protector bird had flown from the southwest's magic land of bird healing. We must leave with him. So Mother Goose-Lee and Papa Goose-Lee left with the protector bird and hung on his wings. He would take Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee to the magic land of bird healing. They left the home they first built beyond the mountain path. The hills were barren like yellow buns with a few green-black thorns. Spring had long gone. Sometimes there were white flowers that spread over the slope, sometimes even blue bonnets. Now it had nothing. When they first made it home to the hills, Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee once flew to the wildlife park behind the mountains. One day, a lion ran away from the park. Papa Goose-Lee and the whole family tried to help find it. One day, a moving company was filming a film about a young woman who tried to find the wild path her mother walked after her mother's death. The daughter walked from Southern California to the Canadian border. Papa Goose-Lee wasn't interested in it, but Mother Goose-Lee followed the shooting group for many miles. Beyond the mountain path, there were large pieces of land that were privately owned. Most of it was owned by a movie tycoon. He had a hacienda on the hill and would hold parties for his Hollywood stars. Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee would hear the party going all through the evening in the hills, with limousines coming and going in a long line. The movie tycoon died in an airport accident. Then there were no more barbecue parties. The tycoon's heirs sold the hills to developers. Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee would fly over the track homes. The hills could be overgrown with thorns at times. The hills will no longer be barren. One year was the famous wildfire that burned out the hills. In the early morning, Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee saw a coyote howling behind them on the path. The coyote had smelled the fire. Good thing that fire didn't burn out their nest. Lots of animals died in that fire. The fire burned a cow to death in nearby cowshed. The carcass smelled fetid miles after the fire. The fire burned the bushes that hadn't been burned for years. On the mountain path, there was always beautiful white clouds, which Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee both loved. After the developers built the track homes, the white clouds continued to hover over the houses. No one seemed to notice them. There were also wild mustard in the hills. Amidst the sprawling wild mustard fields, their yellow flowers, a vibrant contrast to the green landscape, a small figure disappeared. It was Susie and her mother. Mother Goose-Lee was beside herself with worry until Susie was found. Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee had many relatives around the area. Then the bird flu happened. Mother Goose-Lee's elder sister died. Her 3 brothers-in-law also died. Father Goose-Lee's elder sister, another sister, and a brother-in-law all died. Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee were happy and healthy for a long time, but then Papa Goose-Lee got sick. He tried to seek special treatment in the Southwest land of magic. The protector bird came to fetch them from the magic land. They hung onto its wings and they flew away. Under the sunset, they left the mountain path and their home of 34 years, not knowing they would never be able to live there again. Under the moonlight, the birds flew continuously across the foreign sky. Papa Goose became sicker. In the early morning, they flew to the headquarters of Magic Healing. Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee were lonely and worried. Mother Goose-Lee had a friend in the Magic Healing place, and she comforted the couple. The Magic Healing staff started the treatment immediately. It was scorching hot weather. Papa Goose-Lee and Mother Goose-Lee stayed in different guest places. They were forced to leave, often because of Papa Goose-Lee's sickness. However, Papa Goose-Lee refused to give up treatments. He was brave to continue, but the sickness became worse and worse. There was desperation. Mother Goose-Lee had to summon Charlotte and Susie to the Magic Healing place to say goodbye to their Papa Goose-Lee. The daughters saw their father for the last time. Papa Goose-Lee left. His soul flew to the endless sky. Mother Goose left her home in the hills and the mountain for 35 years without her husband. She went with Charlotte to where she lived in the north. Mother Goose-Lee went to a center with many whose fates were like hers. They bonded and made good friends. It was an immense comfort for Mother Goose-Lee. It was a completely new start for Mother Goose-Lee. She thought of Papa Goose-Lee often. He was a loyal and loving husband who will help her live a meaningful life.